This time on Woody's Garage, we show our fanny.
Well, today we got something different. Road King would like this one. It's an old oscillating fan I got at a yard sale. The guy said it might need a new cord. Yeah, I think. Will it work? I don't know. It's pretty cool. Why would anybody want something like this? I just like old stuff, I guess. And it's an oscillating fan and it's small. And should I say it's old? Yes. And it doesn't seem to have a switch on it that I could see. I thought maybe there was one here, but I think you can hang it on the wall, which is kind of cool by this. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe that was the switch. I haven't looked at it too much, but we're going to look at it today and see if we can get it going. First thing we'll do is just cut this nasty cord, just because it's kind of in the way. Then I think I'm going to blow it off with some air, and then perhaps just take a toothbrush or something and get all the gack off of it. Probably gonna have to take this housing off too, but maybe not. I was thinking, like, do you want to paint it? Do you not want to paint it? I'm thinking I don't want to paint it. Just gonna get it clean. I know there's a lot of people that really like old fans. Because I did a quick search for a Kwik Kool, which this is, and I saw there's like forums for these things. Like people, you know, I don't know how you can collect them, they're kind of big, but then again, look at how many motorcycles and mini bikes I have. Alright, I'm going to dab different points with a little bit of oil so it'll come apart a little bit easier, and we'll get back to you. Okay, it's missing a pin here for the oscillating thing. I could probably use a nail or something like that. Can make do. What else? It looks like also there's a screw cover here. My guess is to maybe pack in some grease or something for the oscillator. My guess is the oscillator probably quit because of due to lubrication, and they just unhitched it or something like that. Who knows how long this thing's just been sitting in somebody's basement. Alright, let's take this back thing off. I think this is the oscillator part, and there's two screws on the outside here, but I'm guessing that this won't come off with it, although maybe it will. Just loosen them up. And then let's see what happens if we... I mean, obviously, even the cleaning up seems to be... These screws go all the way through to the front. Even with the cleaning up, I mean, it's kind of stupid to waste time doing stuff like that when you don't even know if it works. Maybe they don't go all the way through to the front. As you see, there's another one down here. I just don't want to take this off and have a whole bunch of gobbledygook come out of the inside, you know, like, oh, where did that go? Oh, well, as you can see, there's no seam here. Really wanked grommet right there, too. Yeah, I can get to those screws from the front, sort of. There's a set screw on the fan. Ugh. Let's see what I'm doing here. Of course, I didn't get any oil on that one. Where's my oiler? Here it is. And we'll try the smaller screwdriver. Well, that is difficult to get at. Yeah. Come on. Oh, yeah, it doesn't want to move. Hang on. Alright, I got a more substantial screwdriver that fit the slot and got it off. You do see that there's a detent there where the set screw goes. Can't really get the fan off till we get the housing off. So let's get the housing off. Can you see that? Humpa. Oop. A little tension there. Which is probably a good thing, you know. You have a little tension on this fan housing and then it won't rattle. Kind of look like self-tapping screws. Alright, out of there. Yeah, there's the housing and stuff. Fan. So I would say the way to go in is to take these screws off. Camera adjusted a little bit here. There we are. Let's see if we can get these loose. Oh yeah, they're nice. That one was anyway. We took off the oscillating part in the back, and you can see there's kind of like a rubber seal there that looks pretty good. And you can tell the end of the shaft goes in there, and the screw kind of probably turns a gear in there to make it oscillate. Well, we're not having a lot of luck today. Between the camera and this fan, almost like I'm at a dead end here because you can see kind of screws that come through the end. One right where my thumb is and one at the top there. And if you turn it over, there's no way to access those. And I've tried prying on this just a little bit and it's not budging. The only other thing I see are something that looks like tabs right here. I'm a little reluctant to start like bending those out, but I'll look around on it some more and see what we come up with. I pushed in that one tab, no problem. This other one kept sliding, and yeah, screwdriver is not doing it. And I think it only holds this back bushing. And looking in there, I don't see a screw holding that whole unit in, so I don't really know what the hell's going on here. Maybe it does pull out, but I pried on one side of it. Over there you can kind of see, and it you know, doesn't look like it really wants to come out evenly. Don't know. What I think I might try, I'm looking at these wires that stick out, and like the closer they get to the housing, the less wasted they seem. So yeah, they still might be shorted inside there, but I'm thinking of stripping them, hitching them up to a power cord, and plugging them in and see what happens with the thing semi-reassembled. And you know, then I could solder leads on here if it works, and put maybe some shrink wrap over it, and I don't know. Let's see. Front's back on, and it looks like it's nice and even, and the shaft seems to work pretty good, and I wiped all my blood off of the thing. So let's see if we can get these wires stripped. Then we'll plug it into like a power strip that has a circuit breaker on it. Either that or watch some fireworks happen, I don't know. The wires spliced into this power strip, which has a circuit breaker, which is now off, and is going into this power strip over here, which also has a circuit breaker. So we're totally safe, right? Might be fun. Hey, look at that baby. Wow. Now you probably can't see much because that shaft isn't really visible. But yeah, it's noisy as a bitch too. Which I didn't want. Ah, yeah. Hang on. I did put a little oil inside, but I used 30 weight non-detergent. Let's try a little 3-in-1 on here. It's a little better. Yeah. Noisy. I'm going to put the oscillating part back on because it might quiet it down. I'm also thinking about that one tab that I pushed in. You know, maybe that's caulking something off, making it noisy, and it wouldn't have been otherwise. That kind of pisses me off. I can't seem to pop it back off. Right now I'm just cleaning the top. I couldn't get this loose. I mean, what kind of screwdriver do you need to get that? Very thin and very wide. I tried a, sorry about the camera. I tried a paint scraper, and I might try another screwdriver. Let me see. But we're going to see anyway if I can lubricate inside here. And just like I thought inside there, it's old grease. So we'll put a little 3-in-1 in there and a little bit of new grease. And so I went in by this way, by the way, instead of in by this way. Funny that they had two ways to get in there. Some of the stuff was just like chunks, so I took it out, but I just wiped everything down with some synthetic grease. You can always add more. Try it with the oscillator on. It's still kind of noisy. Let's try the fan on. That'll probably be really noisy. Okay, I got the back screws in. The bottom tab one in. I got the fan on and the fan housing, which has fought me all the way to get it back on. And we'll see what happens now. Wow, that's a lot quieter, isn't it? Well, was. Uh-oh. Yeah, it started up fast, now it's slowing down. I think probably the motor's cooked. Gonna start seeing smoke any minute now. Yeah, what a disappointment. It's such a cool fan. Was it something I did? Okay, there's off. One of these have a startup capacitor. That's weird, huh? That was me shutting it down. I don't know. I think it's not good. Okay, I got the oscillator hitched up with a piece of wire. This should be fun. Yeah, well, proved that it actually did work until the wire popped off. Yeah, it's weird. All of a sudden, it's like that noise, and that's when it wants to decline. I turned it off, but I don't know. Doesn't smell burnt. Okay, it's always hard for me to give up on stuff no matter what. Okay, we put a screw and a nut on the oscillator, and I think there's a little friction there. We got some oil on it, but you can hear the fan speeds up and slows down. Everything's more precarious than ever. The wires are, you know, they get closer and a little further. But I mean, it almost works this way, but I think it's killing the RPMs of the fan because of the work of the oscillating cam. There's enough friction there to kind of slow it down, but I mean, it's quiet now. I don't know, I'm going to run it for a little while. Okay, we found an old extension cord that had a broken end on it, so I used a cord. It's a really long cord. Have it hitched up. You know, it seems like with the oscillation, it actually runs at a fairly good speed. It's not quiet. No, I was hoping it would be whisper quiet to be in the studio, but that not be the case. So I think the next thing I want to do is solder these wires. If I'm going to go this far, you know, I might just put it on a shelf. I don't know, and put some the shrink sleeves on it. I think I have some, and so it's not so dangerous, and that's what we're going to do. Well, this is the next day, and we're getting blown away here. It's really blowing really nice, and it's working rather well. Kind of weird. Still haven't put the shrink wrap on the wires, but we will definitely do that because it's a working fan. A little noisy, but it'll be good for the shop here. Okay, we got it soldered. We got our shrink tubes on here. We got a bigger shrink tube to go over both of them. So let's put those on. Heat gun's on low heat right now. I think it did a job though. Well, you kind of want it to hurry up, don't you? think that's good. Yeah, a little more. A little baggy. I don't use these very often. Matter of fact, I think it's like the third fan I've ever used them. Always wanted to. We used to get started with this thing. Okay, and in lieu of a grommet, use some E6000 around here to kind of hold the wires in place. Should be fine. Takes really about 24 hours to cure completely, so I'm just going to leave it just the way it is. The shrink tubing looks still kind of baggy-ish. I don't know. I'm sure it'll suffice. But I think that's it on it. It works good. I'm probably going to mount it someplace here in the shop, so get a little bit of a breeze or something. So that's it. Kwik Kool fan.